Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 449. My name's Rob Hoback. Happy that you're here. Honored, humbled that you keep coming back, like for reals. Thank you very much. It's a hump day. Hump day. It's January the 8th. It's a work day and it's time to go. So let's do this. First things first, still the realist. Also friendly. Yeah. I have a lot of people that I would call friends in my life. Yesterday, as I was doing some prospecting, I was able to catch up with some of them because some of them, a lot of my friends are people that I've met through work, right? And now they work at different places. And anyway, so I got to have several conversations yesterday that were just very, very nice. I got to talk to Mateo from Michigan, who was, boy, he taught me a lot about being a dad without even knowing it 10 years ago in Kansas. Good dude. It was great chatting with him, great catching up. Marky Mark from Ohio, that dude is a hot mess. I love him. He just makes me laugh and is just a good dude. It was great catching up with him. Several other conversations, but the next one leads me to my thank yous. And my thank yous are that I got to speak with JB, Jeffrey Bennington, yesterday. And so Jeff is a cousin to the Benningtons that I talk about often. Episode 44, Gary B. Gary is his uncle. And Jeff lost his mother over the holidays, which is very, very sad, right? And so we had a brief chat about that, and he shared with me that as part of the funeral, after the funeral, everybody came back to his house, and they had a meal, and we're sitting around reminiscing and chatting and everything. And he shared with me, he's like, Gary is so touched and excited and thankful, and just he loves the videos that you do. He's like, Rob, you have to just keep going, right? And wow. See, I get emotional just thinking about it. And I get emotional. It's not out of pride. It's out of that by doing something that's helping me get better brings value to somebody else's life. I love that. I love that Gary Bennington understands how I feel about him. Just do, right? All right. So moving on. My thought of the day, continuous improvement. Embrace the feedback, right? Um, Embracing feedback, especially when it's negative, is never ever easy, right? When somebody wants to tell you like, hey, you should consider doing something differently, and often we don't use it to our advantage. We discount it, we turn a blind eye. And personally, I think about it, and you think, a lot of times it takes people a lot of courage to bring feedback to us because of the fear of, my God, are they going to freak out? Are they going to be? Is this going to be a negative conversation? This, that, and the other. So we have to embrace the feedback, use it to our advantage. And, as I was thinking about this as preparing, there's a couple of examples, right? Like the first time I went to my doctor and said, hey, a lot of people are kind of on my case about quitting smoking. I think I should quit smoking too, right? Embracing the feedback of I need to stop doing this, use it to my advantage, take the next step. Go into counseling, right? I've had people tell me like, hey, maybe you should go see your counselor again, right? And that's some feedback that, hey, you're a little on the edge, a little crabby. We can tell you've got things that are unreconciled. And again, it's easy. It's really easy to be like, oh, F them. They're just, all the negative stuff that we say, right? But instead, we should be thankful. And again, you got to consider the source, right? Sometimes there's feedback coming to you and it's negative and it's coming from somebody that doesn't love you and doesn't want you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the stuff where like a loved one comes to you and says, hey, I'm very concerned about this. Please consider addressing it. Again, don't discount the courage it takes to bring that to somebody that you love, especially when you understand that could create an environment where they, shun you for a little bit. And embrace the feedback and make it better. So, with that, I think we're done with continuous improvement. And starting tomorrow, I want to talk about the representative. Now, we talked about the representative not that long ago, but it's been on my mind. It was already on my list of topics. And what really, moved that up was, this whole NFL head coach carousel, right? People getting hired and everyone's like, oh, they blew away the interview, this, that, and other thing. Like, okay, so they gave a great presentation, right? That doesn't mean that they're going to be a great head coach. Anyway, we'll talk more about that starting tomorrow. For now, we're done. Hands up, peace out. We're better together. Excuse me. Appreciate you stopping by. I'll be back tomorrow on a Thirsty Thursday. We'll see you then. Deuces. Love you. Bye.